Good morning, good afternoon, depending on wherever you are. Welcome to my channel. Let's engage, guys. Today I'm going to talk about a topic that is so sensitive. We see our sisters, beautiful black sisters, educated, getting themselves involved in a very dangerous situations. Is it because the world that we're living in is no longer, is not fair? Our beautiful black sisters, they go to school. They get to go to school, they work hard, they pass with distinction, but they still cannot find jobs. Because we all know that the life we live in now is not fair. Everybody gets in somewhere because of connection. Or you need to sleep with somebody in order for you to climb up. We are so afraid of talking about what is going on because we are afraid that if we speak out, we're going to be labeled as troublemakers, maybe. But we cannot sit here and pretend that we don't see whatever that is going on around the world. I'm a sister, I'm a mother to a beautiful young girl. I'm trying to raise her well. I know many of us are trying our best to raise our kids. But how are we going to raise our kids in the environment that we live in right now? Something has to give. We have to stand up as parents for our future generations. If things continue going like this, we're going to lose our sisters. Guys, our sisters, they get themselves in very dangerous situations because they're desperate. They're desperate to live. They're desperate. Some of them, they are the oldest in the family or the first one to graduate, and everybody's looking at them in their families, looking at them for something to eat because they are so sure that the parents are so sure that they took these kids to varsity so that they can help them. And our parents, they sacrifice so much for us to get an education. Then you find that after the school, after the varsity, you graduate, but there's no job. You cannot do anything. Even when you try to open a very small business, you have to pay somebody for so that you can get a license. That is so depressing. That is just so unfair. We need to stand up. We need to fight for the future generations. Otherwise, we will all not going to make it. Our countries are not going to grow or develop because of the rate that the corruption is taking place. But my point is here. We have to be sure that our sisters, because of desperation, they get to be caught by some scammers promising them jobs. Then they will be paid for their tickets. They will go out there in the wilderness thinking they've got a job. They will be promised job, maybe office clerk, nothing fancy, nothing serious, but which can take them far. When they get there, you find that no, actually they were called to be slaves, to be sex slaves. They are used by these big people with big monies to release pleasures, their sexual pleasures, because we all know that whatever that is happening right now, some of these young tycoons, they go and get their riches through witchcraft, and they have to do some rituals. Sometimes they need the girl to perform sexual intercourse with them so that they can cleanse themselves after they did whatever they needed to do in order to get that money. That is a very situation, and nobody's talking about it. Besides that, our sisters get trafficked, get trafficked so far away, and they are going to be made slave. The modern day slave, the slaves that we thought it was happening way back with our sisters, no, it is still happening today. Our sisters get deported. Our sisters get to taken to somewhere where they are going to be made slaves after they were promised jobs. It is a very tough situation that we are facing. And we get into this situation because our country, no matter how small it is or no matter how poor the country is, you'll find that there are very few that they think that they have power. They are only looking out for them and their families. But as for the community of the first society, we are struggling. We are on our own. And we have to do whatever that you need to do in order to survive. Guys, just be careful. I understand that it is tough out there. I do. Believe me, I do. I understand that it's tough, but let's be careful. Don't just go around. Uh, um, don't just go around and believing everybody who says they'll give you a job. Even if it's older women, they do it. They will lure you in. These tycoons use older women too. Sometimes they use people from our own neighborhood. You get women. We get women who will come and scout young girls, promising them jobs in South Africa, telling them that they're going to be they're going to be paid 2,000 rands or something. When they get to South Africa, their passports they take their passport out of them, and they will never be able to return home. They're gonna work there for free. They're going to work in a very, very harsh circumstances, situations, environments. And some of them, they don't even come back home. Some of them, they get trunked so that they can sleep with these men. They turned into prostitutes. They inject them with drugs. Some of them turn into junkies. They don't know what is happening. They don't know if it is day or night, because now they are hooked. So we need to be careful. We need to talk to our sisters. Our sisters, the world that we live now is no longer safe. It's so different from the world that we lived in way back then. I remember taking a taxi from Lesotho to Pretoria to register for varsity. I wasn't afraid because I wanted to get to the varsity. But I realized now you cannot just let your daughter go anywhere without supervision, without not knowing who they will meet there, without knowing who they're going to go with. So I'm just playing with you, our sisters. I know it's tough. I know you're desperate. You're looking for a job, and you're gonna do anything. You're going to go anywhere, because it is not just the pressure of you surviving, but sometimes our younger sisters, they look out for us. Sometimes we've got kids, then they look out for us. So if we cannot make a means, you're going to get screwed. I understand that, but let's be very careful. The world is no longer safe for us women. We get into very dangerous situations because we are hungry. It is very sad that we need to be careful, no matter how desperate we are. Don't just go anywhere without knowing anybody. Even if you know that person, but make sure that you know them and you leave your phone number, everything with your family, the contacts, the addresses. Even when you get to the taxi, tell us which taxi you are taking to where. Please, let's be vigilant. Let's be very careful. It is the very dangerous world out there. Thank you for watching. Up until next time. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to get to if you want to get more videos from me, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe, guys. Thank you.